Respected Dean, Vice Principal, Deputy Superintendent, Directors of Pediatrics and as well as Obstetrics. It gives me immense pleasure to stand before you like what you are all doing it. I did it in 1974. A class of people, to a class of person, to a class of a person who are all standing here going to be in future. That is going to be the order of the day, my dear students. If you want to be successful in life, I call it A to E is the success of anybody in life. The attitude is positive. The dean told me that we should celebrate this, and sir, we will come and then have the medals from the dean and the group. I think that attitude, the positive attitude in life, not in paucity in attitude. The B stands for, most important, the behavior should be impeccable. The character, the behavior and character are built over a period of time. Character is something which is very, very strong. When all the three, behavior, character and attitude, is mixed with duty, dignity and discipline, you will have excellence in every word, thought and action. That is going to be the order of the day for all of you. I think without a teacher, you are nowhere. I owe my gratitude to my great people. I always call it the 6 diamonds forever in the Institute of Neurology, of which the 2 eyes of neurology, Professor K. Jagannathan and Professor Arjun Das, and the classic excellence in the service by Professor Krishnamurthy Srinivas and Professor Zahir Ahmed Said and Professor G. Kumaresan sir. Above all, my mentor, he made me everything, Professor Vel Murugendran, and the man who certified me as a neurologist, Professor K. Srinivasan. What is the objective of a teacher is to leave the thought completely unguided in the future. You are all going to be the gems of tomorrow, and any disease, we have to transfer the knowledge to you so that you are giving a mental solace, physical comfort and curity of the diseases. If you look back in the history, if you remember, homeopathy came first. It is exactly the next building to the Queen Square National Hospital in London. His name is Samuel. The word homeopathy means it is the same. Allopathy is slightly different. That is the technical difference between the allopathy and homeopathy. And our system of Vedas are Ayurveda, science of living. Now, when you have this, we used to be called the medicine at a very, very derogatory term in both US and UK. And this term, allopathy, was a derogatory term, I tell you, to start with. And they used to call it as a heroic medicine. And when you look at them and the heroic medicine over a period of time, the British people and as well as the American, they made their medicine into 2. One is called the allopathy, the other is called the osteopathy. These are the clear distinction in the beginning of the medicine, which later got merged into what we call it today as allopathic medicine. So the science of prevention of the disease is Ayurveda, and the science of curing is allopathy. When they get married, it's like father and mother. And I'm very fond of saying, today I found the director of obstetrics and gynecology got the maximum sound. But for the simple reason, you all may be aware of it. It is a lady who gives the mitochondrial gene sequence to the male. Remember this. That is why நம்ம தமிழ்ல சொல்லப்போனா எல்லா சக்தி ஸ்வரூபம் சொல்ற reason is because of this. The mitochondrial gene sequence is given by them, and hence we should be having 2 factors for a successful life. One is truth, the other is faith. You must have truth. Without faith, you are blind in life. Faith without truth, you are deaf in life. This is absolutely true in medicine, because in medicine you have to have your faith and truth going together. The truth is that you are all going to be one of the greatest physicians and surgeons and obstetricians pediatricians, all different brands of medicine. And that you should have faith in yourself, faith in others, faith in the patient. These two, when they combine, you get nothing but success in life. Never think that you are not going to be 100% successful, never and ever. Everybody is a genius. It is the expectation, and as well as the environment gives you the clue. I think the Madras Medical College, I always say that the golden jubilee year in Madras Medical College is over, so the golden people are all of us. 60% of the institutions in the third medical college in the Indian history. First was in Pondicherry, the second was in Calcutta, and the third is in Madras Medical College, which is called the queen of the British people, call this as the diamond of the Southeast Asia. If you remember right, if the portals of Madras Medical College, you can see the real two people who have done the original work in both malaria, Ross, and as well as the people who have worked here, brought credit to MMC. I think the future generation of all of you will bring the credit to our institutions, because an individual gives the entire heart and soul to the institution. And the institution is made himself and becomes an institution in the days to come. So, we cannot forget our teachers, we cannot forget our institution, we cannot forget the knowledge that we gain from each and every point, because we always say, man is born completely empty slate. Every passerby leaves an impression on it which gives you the wisdom. Knowledge is thought-based, wisdom is awareness-based. When they combine together, you get an absolute perfection in your behavior. Just like that, Sai Baba used to say, medicine plus love is Medicare. Medicine without love is medicine, S-I-R. This is the concept with which please work. I think this is the message I wanted to give you to all of you. And the respected superintendent said 10 minutes, so I have 2 minutes more. No, and the whole thing I have given you the part of the history of medicine. One thing which I want to make an appeal to Madras Medical College Dean. In our days, we used to have 5 functions. One, we used to call it as Kalayoma. Kalayoma is intracollegiate. The second is we call it as Agavam. Agavam is intra-college sports. These two should never be missed. And the third one is the most important, N0, is an intermedical sub. And as well as when you look at it finally, you must revive the revival. I think once these 4 are done, I am done with it, because I have seen it. The bubbling enthusiasm, the creative thinking, positive approach, mental actually steadiness, and gives you both mind and brain interact beautifully, and you have the heart to do it for that. Now, most important thing that I would like to say, God has given us 5 senses. Why He has given 5 senses for us? A food for thought for all the youngsters. I always say, you speak with love. Love. Second, you have an eye for compassion, because the object of a physician is a person who does not desert the hand of the dying or deceased. The most important thing. And that physician really speaks with a free-flowing, flawless language of any language that in which he is coming from. That person, eye with compassion. You must breathe without ego. What I say is ego is the most important thing that will let you down in the years to come. Because as you go up, it's easy to go up, but maintain top is very difficult. Remember that as a teacher, I can tell you. And you have the ear of listening. Listening gives you, the teacher, I think no amount of computer textbooks can give you. But it is the computer is going to add the knowledge to you are listening to your teachers. I always call it 3 forms of medicine in life. One is evidence-based medicine. In this is very difficult. It has to come after your graduation. Second is expert-based medicine, which are all experts, all of us, and the third is experience-based medicine. Experience is going to give you the knowledge. With that, you become an expert. Once you become an expert, then automatically you get evidence-based medicine. So I would like to say there are only 6 senses in the human being, which should be allowed by the postgraduates and the assistant professors and professors, all of us. First is an observation sense. You observe a clinical point and then start making it. When that observation sense, we call it as a perception sense, when that is mixed with word sense, you must start writing your findings. Please, in your practice, perfection comes only with writing. Once you combine what these 2 senses with the common sense that the God has given us or nature has given us, what you get is a beautiful clinical sense. Once you get a clinical sense, the therapeutic sense follows. After having had one observation becomes a very, very beautiful one for therapeutic sense. Research sense comes and then gives you the 7th sense of happiness. So these 6 senses, which our teachers have given us to really teach us how one can go up in the ladder, you have to have the 6 senses. I think with all the 6 senses, when you look at it, reputation is made in a moment, whereas when your character is built over a period of time. So when you have a reputation, I think ultimately it is a character that is going to stand in your life. And the most important thing is, what is in future for medicine? Especially after COVID. I was asked to give a talk in API, what is the future of medicine after Corona? I think basically your observation sense and your clinical sense and your common sense of having treated so many patients, you will be able to give us a better therapeutic sense. I think as professor, especially from the Blau from West Germany, he always, now it's called Germany, and he said, statistics is the paralysis of your analysis. But without statistics, there is no meaningful correlation either. So as a student, when you are going to look at things, please have the back of your head, observation recording, that is my sincere advice for all the people who want to do the postgraduate service. If you come into service, then you have to preach medicine with love is the basic science. I think I have given you a bird's eye view of, first was the history, then as a clinical finding, third, where do the mind and brain act? Mind is nothing but a web of thoughts, in which the first strand of thought is I exist. All of us in our practical philosophy, we want absolute freedom for the I, but we never want freedom from the I, where the self totally merges, so that the present moment is going to be a golden moment. Looking into the past and looking into the future, I think past will cause you worry, future will give you anxiety, but the present is pleasant and it is a present. I think this college day is a present for all of you, with the respected dean giving you all. With that, I think my heart is completely filled with joy when I see all of you. I go back, because in life, memory, pity and beauty are all short-lived, but twin-rich emotions in life persist forever. This will be in our heart forever. Thanks to our dean and directors and the deputy superintendent and the vice principal for giving me and allowing me to share my innermost feelings with the brilliant people sitting in front of me, of which one of them I was also there in 1975. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your wise words. We are truly blessed to have you here. Next, we'll have the presentation of the medals. I invite Dr. Srividya ma'am, Professor of Anatomy, to announce the medalists.
இந்த நிகழ்ச்சிக்காக நீங்கள் என்னை அணுகிய போது நான் சற்று கடுமையாக உங்களுடன் நடந்து கொண்டேன். இருந்தாலும் இந்த நிகழ்ச்சிக்கு தலைமையேற்று முதல்வராக, இந்த மருத்துவக் கல்லூரியினுடைய முதல்வராக உங்களுக்கு இந்த பட்டமளிப்பு விழாவிலே கலந்து கொள்வது என்னுடைய மிகவும் மகிழ்ச்சி அடைகிறேன். நீங்கள் எல்லாம் என் மனதில் நிறைந்த மாணவர்கள் என்பதை தெரிவித்துக் கொண்டு, என் வாழ்நாளில் என்றும் நீங்கள் எல்லாம் என் மனதில் இருப்பீர்கள் என்பதை தெரிவித்துக் கொள்கிறேன். நன்றி, வணக்கம்.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. Though a few other government medical colleges conduct the price exams, but it is in Madras Medical College, the prestigious institute in Tamil Nadu, that the maximum number of price exams are conducted every year. So it's a privilege, students, to be a part of this great institution, and I am privileged to be a part of this occasion to announce the medalists. The C. Ray Dunhill Medal. I request our chief guest to please present the medals to the students, sir. The C. Ray Dunhill Medal for Physiology is awarded to Swaraj Sahu. The Colonel Von Giesel Prize for Biochemistry is awarded to Akash Venkatraman. The first certificate honor for the Colonel Von Giesel Prize for Biochemistry is awarded to Gokul Dev. Samuel Jesdas Prize for Pharmacology is awarded to Vasant A. Certificate of Honor for Pharmacology Prize is given to Swaraj Sahu. The second Certificate of Honor for the same prize is awarded to E. Ajit Kumar. The George Smith Medal for Pathology is awarded to Abhay. The first Certificate of Honor for Pathology is awarded to ASM Sundari. The second Certificate of Honor for Pathology is awarded to Vasant A. The Bannerman Prize for Microbiology is awarded to Swaraj Sahu. The first Certificate of Honor for Bannerman Prize is awarded to Sundari. Certificate of Honor for Bannerman Prize is awarded to Haridarini. The Nutrition Prize in Community Medicine is awarded to Siddheshwaran. Now for the awards in medicine, the P.S. Venkatesan Pillai Prize in Tropical Medicine again goes to Siddheshwaran. Professor Guruswami Mudaliar Prize for Therapeutics goes to Swaraj Sahu. Professor A.L. Annamalai Prize for Clinical Medicine goes again to Swaraj Sahu. The Alan Ivan Grant Prize in Medicine goes to Siddheshwaran M. S.K. Sundaram Prize in Medicine again goes to M. Siddheshwaran. The Memorial Prize in Medicine is awarded to Swaraj Sahu.